welcome to my creative space. I'm Yas and this is my channel all about cross stitch and sometimes other craft. Hi everyone, how have you been? It's been 2 weeks since my last video. I hope you had a good time. I hope you've managed to do some stitching, relax. I was very busy because as I've mentioned, you know, coming to the end of the academic year, I am finally done with all my study. I have finished all of my assignments, which final submission date due on 18th. However, inshallah, by this Wednesday, I will be completely done with school. I will submit everything by Wednesday, which means I will have plenty of time to stitch. I don't have to juggle and balance life, kids, home, study, because that was pretty difficult. My stitching suffered a little bit throughout those 2 weeks, but then again, I'm really pleased and I have managed to finish everything. I've also promised myself then from September I will be more systematic with my study. So when I finish lesson, I will come and I type. So when it comes to assignment and, you know, all of the paper which need to be produced for each of the module, I will be done. Because September also I will be starting additional course which I really wanted to do for quite some times. For those who don't know, before I resigned from primary school, I work as a support teacher, and I mainly work with the children with the SEN. You know, the concept and the spectrum of autism and all of the special needs is not stranger to me. However, I am really excited to start the course from September, which is all about autism. It's called Understanding Autism, and it goes into a depths of the spectrums and helps you understand, you know, the techniques and the ways to communicate with a student with autism, and also how to incorporate the curriculum and how to make it more accessible to them. So I'm really excited to do so, to start this course. But for now, school is over. I can burn all the books. I'm joking. And yeah, so now I will have plenty of time to stitch. For this week, I have got a little bit of things to show you. I have managed to finish one of my previous stitch. I kind of redone the final finish, and then I have reframed some pieces. I've started new projects, and what else I have done, and then I've done some damage, you know, on the account with the purchases. And I also would like to talk about the new SAL, which I would like to start very soon, and I hope then you will join me in fun. And a little bit about the holiday plans. So I hope you will enjoy let's say 40 minutes. I will be aiming for 40 minutes video. Let's see if I can do it. So without further ado, my previous finishes. Not too long ago, I showed you my start on the fairly new release of Barbara Anna. It was Sailing Dreams, and previously I have finished it into a gold frame and embellished the frame with a little note gold, like the, what's it called, like the ornaments, not ornaments, like embellishments. There was a little sun, no, oh my god, why am I saying sun? Oh, I know I say sun because it made the purpose, it served the purpose of the sun in my finishing, but it was the steering wheel and the anchor. So this time I've decided to change it and turn it into a drum, and I absolutely love it. So I'm still missing the steering wheel, which will be hung on this side, and the anchor hung on this side, to embellish it. Now, this drum, it's not done as a normal drum, which is sewn. What I have done, I have used one of the tube from Nitka Kit, which has got lid, and I have sewn a sleeve, which I just slide onto the tube. I trim it to the side I want it to. So technically, if I really want to, I can use this as a storage. I can keep stuff inside. However, my other plans is to finish it as a pin cushion, and then push some nautical pins on top of that, or add some summer shells, which I might be bringing from these holidays coming. We'll see. But for now, I have got the drum, and I really love it. It's really light because it's just a, you know, cardboard tube. But I found this way of finishing drum much easier than the one I sewn, because you know, I needed to push lots of filling, and you know, it was kind of fiddly to sew the circle all the way around. So if you are not very skillful sewer and you would like to finish your pieces into a drum, I think this would be a really good solution to it. And if you are interested, please let me know. I can make a tutorial on how to make a drum or finish which looks like a drum, but it's not using the drum method. So I'm really happy with this, and this one sits on my tea tray with the rest of the drums. From looking forward, I will be finishing most of my drums this way because I have got 6 tubes. As you can see, actually I have got 12 because those tubes are very long, and they have got ends from both sides, so I can cut it in half and I can make 2 drums out of it. I found this way easier and quicker. So yeah, so like I've said, if you would like to know how to, and you know, like, I'm sorry, I'm just feel like I'm babbling now. If you don't have a tubes like that, you can purchase tubes on Amazon, which come very inexpensive. You can also use you know, a paper towel, you know, the tube as well, which is quite narrow, but it's good for the small drums as well. So there is plenty of ways to use to recycle your tubes, or you know, so you don't have to be a very skillful sewer to do the drum. Right, the next old project I have reframed. Before it was finished as a hoop, and it was on my Barbara Anna wall. However, I thought like I want to change it now because it's been framed in a hoop. Obviously, I have left quite a lot of room around it. The frame I got it for it was a little bit bigger, so I needed to sew on pieces of linen to kind of fit into a frame. So this is my finish now. So as you can tell, there is a little bit darker shade on the sides, but that's okay. It does not really bother me a lot. I'm really happy with this finish now. And this finish, it hangs in this corner over here. I think it suits very well this corner, especially you know, then I have got my tea tray with all of the Barbara Anna trimming goes, so I kind of thought like, oh, this will go very well together. And my future you know, what's it called, Miss Caesar and Miss Coffee will be framed exactly the same because I have bought the same frames. So yeah, so this was my old stuff. Actually, I'm gonna pause for a second because I have got no space to put it. Yes, I'm back. Right, let's talk about new stuff. I have finished few projects. One I finished fully, and the fully finished project is Purple Transport by Lindy Stitches. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with the fabric I have dyed for this piece, for this project. I've used the sprayed dyes for my fabric. I have made tutorial for it if you would like to learn how to do it, or if you haven't seen it yet, I will link it in the description box. I have used all called for fancy flosses, which is the Delia, yeah, for the horse, and then the Phantom, what's it called? Yeah, Phantom for the tail, and then I have used black for the cat. Now I used a recommended lily pads. What is it? Sorry. Yeah, I have used the recommended lily pads for the darker shade of the grass. However, the grass which is sprouting, I have used a leftover from the Our Forest embroidery kit, which I finished not so long ago. Sorry, I'll keep looking back because I'm trying to find out the name of the color. So I have used the leftover from this project, which I have finished 2 weeks ago, to kind of give a little bit of contrast, and I really like how it turns out. And also I have used the leftover thread from the Our Forest embroidery kit as well to do the moon and the backstitch for the race. And I really love it. And this one hangs, as you can tell, over here, which is just across the front cut. So this was my first finish. Now I have finished also projects designed by Darlene from Deon Designs. I have purchased this quite some time ago, and I have, although I've changed the plans not to stitch anything summer, because you know, summer is, I mean, we've only started summer, but by the time I would finish all my summer pieces, the summer would be over, so I wouldn't be able to display them anyway. So on the last video, Darlene was celebrating the first year on Flosstube, I want to say, and she organized a giveaway, and she showed this chart. I'm sorry, my printer was running out of ink, that's why the colors are a little bit washed out. So she showed this chart, and that was one of the giveaway, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have this chart, I need to stitch it. Obviously she is a very proud Canadian. I'm not Canadian, but I am very proud Polish and British, and I also have got a Moroccan husband who is born and raised and very proud. So I wanted to incorporate our you know, multicultural backgrounds into this project. So I have added a little twist to it. So firstly, what I have done, I have stitched this project with the Union Jack, and instead of, as the original design shows, sunflowers, I've done the strawberries, because British summer for me is all about strawberries. And I am really pleased with myself, because I've charted the Union Jack all by myself, and I also charted those strawberry and the basket all by myself. So there might be some more designs coming your way from me, who knows. But for now, this is my British summer. Second one, I have pretty much left as the original shows, with the sunflower and a biscuit. However, instead of word summer, I've done the word lato, which is summer in Polish, and I have done my Polish flag. And I really love it. Now, this is not the end, because I wanted to do also summer in Morocco. So I asked my husband to write for me in Arabic word summer, which I just could not chart it. So what I have done, I left the word summer, because Arabic, I couldn't fit the word was quite long, so I couldn't fit it in. So I've left the word summer. I've charted Moroccan flag, and then I was actually very surprised. Then the national or traditional Moroccan flower actually is a red rose. So I've decided to make a vase with the red roses, and I really love it. So all of those projects will be finished as a pillow, and they will be displayed all year round in my patriotic corner of the house. Although it says summer, it represents more than the season. It represents the culture, and I really, really love it. So thank you, darling, for reminding me about this chart. It was a beautiful, and actually it was really lovely to work on those projects because 2 weeks ago we had a national railway strike in the UK. So all of the services were suspended, which means most of my tutors, my professors, my colleagues, they weren't able to get into the college. So all the classes for 2 days were happening online, which for me personally is the biggest nightmare. I hate online classes. I felt disengaged. I felt like I just don't like it. It's not my preferable style of learning. I like learning in person, when I can see other people, when I can communicate, when I can collaborate, when I can participate, when I want to talk. So yeah, so basically throughout the lectures, which was 7 hours, I'm not lying to you, started 10, finish at 5, with lunch break and 2 small breaks in between. I stitched 2 of them. So I've stitched the Union Jack and I've stitched Poland. And then on a following day, on Saturday, it was half the lecture and half the workshop. So throughout the lecture I finished Morocco, and then obviously the workshop was fantastic because we work in a separate chat rooms, and we could collaborate and do it. Was really lovely. So yeah, so thanks to online learning, I was able to finish those 3 projects. Now I have got one more project which I haven't started. I haven't done anything with it, but this is another one I would like to finish as well. It is from Deon design again, and again I will be changing this into a Polish flag. However, I am also will be incorporating somewhere on the vase the Union Jack as well. So it is a true patriot love, representing my dual nationality. So yeah, so these were my my finishes. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I'm really happy, especially with the charting the new details, or like doing the Union Jacks and things. I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, let's go into whips. Well, the only project I have worked on this week was Merida. Sorry, I'm gonna take it off from the nail tube because I've worked on it last night. Because as I been saying all these weeks, this is my daughter's birthday gift, and the aim was to finish by the end of June. However, with study and with starting bazillions projects of Barbara Anna, this didn't happen, but I am almost there. So I will put a picture where I was last time when I showed you, because I think I have done the progress, because I have reached all the way to the bottom. And now is the fun stitching, because I finally get to the portion when the characters are visible. So all of this part was just block of colors, which is wonderful. It's my preferable way of stitching. However, it was boring. But now with all of those people appearing, it is fantastic. I absolutely love this. So I will be working on this project until it's done. I really would like to have it done before my holidays. We're going away on 18th. So by 16th, I really would like to have it done and frame, and I want to gift it to my daughter. Obviously, she will have a birthday party in Poland. We won't be taking this with us, but I really would like to have it done. So that was the only project I've worked on, because I've also started other things. First of all, what I have started the latest release of Barbara Anna, which is Dreaming of Van Gogh. And I felt like it's just meant to be, because almost never happens. Then I have got fabric and all called for DMCs at the same day when Barbara Anna releases her project. On this evening, I went to Instagram like I usually do, and the first post which appeared to me was her latest release, and I was like, oh my god, it is gorgeous. I printed out everything except this chart, so I'm going to include a picture how it is looking, and this is my start on it. It is gorgeous. I am stitching this on the 32 count Merino white, which I spray painted with you know, the fluorescent paint, and I think this color is absolutely gorgeous for this project. It really makes the color pop. It's fantastic. So I done quite a lot on the same evening as she released it, so I stayed quite long, and yeah, I still have got the houses and this kind of swirly cloud. Is absolutely gorgeous. So this is my start on it. So this is the first new start. Now the second new start, again Barbara Anna, because again I've opened Instagram, ta-da, the first post hit me. It's the new bonus chart for everyone who purchased purchased the chart of Wing Dreams. So every participant has received a copy of this chart absolutely free. However, she did mention once the part 3 is been released, which was on 1st of June, this chart will be available to everyone to purchase. But look at that, it's fantastic. So again, on the same day I needed to start, and I'm using old called for DMCs, which happened to have all of them, and I'm using again the same 32 count Merino white fabric, which I sprayed dyed with my fluorescent sprays, and I really love it, really love it. I will be changing the clothing, because as you can tell, her clothes are pretty orangey and red, and since my background is red, they won't stand out, so I will use oranges and yellows, or yellows and browns, to kind of make it more pop. But isn't this the most incredible thing in the planet? And this I think will be drum finish as well, the same as the drum I finished for the sailing trips. And this is all my projects. So obviously, you know, as you probably notice, I am always over ambitious with my plans or aims to finish things. Obviously it's been a busy 2 weeks. I'm hoping now, since the school is out of the way, I will have plenty of time to stitch. And on top of that, my husband and my 2 oldest boys, they're going away for a week, which means I will have a house to myself for 7 days, because I will drop my twins to school and then I can stitch, because I don't have to think about what to cook for lunch, what to, you know, no, it's gonna be no one around the house to make a mess. Oh, it's going to be a paradise. So watch this space. Maybe 2 weeks from now I will have the record number of finished projects, who knows. But for now, let me tell you about the damage I have done on my account. because I have been shopping a little bit. So let me show you first the amazing things I mentioned on my last video. On my last video, I've mentioned Paola Pantini has released a new range of trios, and she updated her Etsy store with lots of beautiful goods. So I purchased a lot. I purchased lots of her pins because I absolutely love them, and I use them for a variety of finishes. I'm using them when I finish Paula's projects, and I use the coordinated pins with it, but I also use those pins for like Barbara Anna finishes, drums and pillows, but because they are wonderful, they're very versatile, and then they really add the character to the final piece. So since we are going into, oh no, before we get into the autumn part, I will show you my pins for sewing. This is fantastic. Now is the good part. Now also the trios of the hearts, then autumn for my autumn pieces, and of course I've watched on Saturday, I've watched Maxine from Nightmare Before Stitchmas. She has done a flip through a video of her Halloween autumn kind of charts. And although I am a big autumn lover, this is my favorite season of all, and I love to stitch autumn pieces. I'm not a big fan of Halloween pieces because they just kind of, I don't know, there's something about them, then they don't really shout my name. However, I think she might be the person who converted me into a Halloween project. I absolutely loved some of the stuff she showed, which made me think I need to upgrade my collection of Halloween pieces. So I will definitely be shopping for some more stuff. I have got few charts in my on my stash which could be classified as a Halloween, so I think I might put them, you know, on top of the list project to be started very soon. But Maxine, thank you very much for making me a Halloween lover. I definitely enjoy, and if you haven't seen, then you should go and see. So Halloween, I also purchased some Halloween pins. Look how fun is this. Is super fun. And then this, and then this. They're absolutely gorgeous. And now, of course, because Paula, it is an angel in a human form, has also sent me a gift of, I don't know, how can I show you this? I cannot turn my hand. Okay, let me just flattening them out. She also sent me a set of buttons, Halloween buttons, as a gift, and some autumn buttons as well. How kind is this, and how wonderful. Thank you, Paula. I really appreciate your kindness, and you have got my business forever. I absolutely love her store. I love her designs, and I even more love her buttons and pins. So this is the first damage. Now I also watched Michelle. I mean, I always watch Michelle, Mama Loves You GP, every Sunday briefing. It's a must. And she released not so long ago Susanna Eccles, and she charted this from the original samples she purchased, and she released this on her Etsy store, but also as a paper copy can be purchased through the Patchwork Rabbit. So I went to, sorry, I for a second, like I had a blank, I knew what I want to say, but the words did not want to come out from my mouth. I hope that I'm not the only one, you know, who suffered from this, you know, difficulty. So yeah, so I went to Patchwork Rabbit. As soon as I find out, then you can actually purchase a physical copy, and I've also get it for myself then called for flosses, which are mixture of DMCs and classic color wax, and I will be stitching this very soon. It is gorgeous. It's really, really lovely. However, there will be a one change I will do, with no being a disrespectful or, you know, disregard to a person who stitched this originally. I don't like to put other people's initial onto my samplers or onto my artwork. I just kind of feel like I will acknowledge the fact that the person who stitched this originally was the Susanna, and I will add the age and a date on the sticker and put it on the back of my frame piece. However, I will add my own initial and a day, my age and a year I have finished. Just kind of make it more personal to me. But apart that, I will stick with everything what Michelle put it on this chart, because it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Right, more Patchwork Rabbit purchases. Of course, I purchased Boris, because come on, Boris is a must. I had this chart all together with Olga. I borrowed it from my friend, but I kind of felt like it will be a long time until I will stitch it. So I gave the chart back, and I just got myself a copy of, I just get a copy for myself, because, you know, that means then I will be able to start it anytime I feel like. So I have got Boris and I have got Olga, and both of them will go on holidays with me. Now, I think now when I'm looking at this chart, it is the Green Gourds. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have purchased this before. I don't know, because I almost never go through my stash before purchase. I just see something I like it, I put in a basket, I pay, and then it's like, ooh, I already have got. I do have got a feeling that I already have got this chart. So if at some point I'll find out that this is double copy, it will be my future giveaway. But for now, it was a part of the damage. I've also purchased from the Carriage House samplings, the Quaker House samplers. I really wanted to have it for a long time. And I did see these chart circles on Pinterest, like it's nobody's business. And it's so unfair. Because, you know, it's really disgusting when people share charts on Pinterest. Like, I understand share on Pinterest your finishes because that's inspirational, that's something which gives others idea, but sharing the charts, it's really awful. So I was really pleased that Patchwork Rabbit finally had it in stock, so I can finally stitch it. I've also purchased from the Summer House Stitchworks 2 charts. They are inspired by Amanda from Alba Stitcher. She finished the Spring Awakens not so long ago, and she used the cold fall colors, which that's what I'm going to be doing as well, because it's fantastic. But I've also purchased the Summer Refreshes. Sorry, without the glasses, it's simpler. But it is absolutely gorgeous. Fantastic. Now, this is not a new purchase. This is something I purchased before. It is a part of my stash, because I want to say that I own every single chart which is on the Creative Poppy website, which belongs to Barbara Anna, or is designed and charted by Barbara Anna, because I'm always worried if they're going to discontinue, and then I would be like, I would never be able to get it. It's like there's my unicorn chart. If anybody over there who is watching my channel knows the source or the place I could get it, I would pay any money in this world. I am looking for the chart which is the folk animals from the keepsake calendar of 2021. I will put a picture over here. anyone who has got any idea where can I get it, please let me know. I am desperate to have it. I am really, really desperate. So please, if you can help me, leave the comment, please. But for now, I have pulled those charts out from my stash. Sorry, I'm licking my fingers because I think now I'm going to be talking plans, because you know I finished my charts, I finished the purchases. Plans, holidays happening 13 days from now, which is awesome. And I will be taking plenty of charts with me. They are various sizes, some of them tiny, so I know then I will be able to finish some of them. I'm not really aiming for, you know, finishing. I want to start them all whilst being on holiday. I will be traveling for 6 weeks. I will be spending 3.5 weeks in Poland, 2.5 weeks in Morocco. Obviously, I don't know, nothing has been, you know, nothing has been set in stones. Our plans will change on a day, depends of the weather, depends how we feel, depends of everything. I'm staying with the families, so I have a comfortable place and I can stitch, you know, whilst having a barbecue, so you know, spending time with my family. So I'm rambling. So I have take out a lot of charts from my stash which I want to take with me, and if you don't mind, I would like to quickly go through them, because I'm not quite sure if I will be able to finish, or if I will be able to record any more videos before the holidays. I'm still hoping maybe in 2 weeks, like just right before holidays. The reason being, I have got lots of shopping to do. You know, I have got, you know, gathering and things to, you know how it is before holidays. And you know, my kids now, they're coming to the end of the year. There's not much learning happening, but there is a lot of event organized by school. So like this week we have got sports day, we have got open days, we've got a big draw day. So like I will be coming to school almost every day to, you know, taking part in all of those activities and just kind of spend time with my kids. So yeah, oh my god, I'm just, yeah, it's 40 minutes is definitely, I'm crossing 40 minutes. So yeah, let's talk plans. So the first chart I'm taking with me, it is this tiny scissor fob, trick or treat. I am taking also the owl biscorno. They are very small. They are just 4x4, so like 4 inches by 4 inches on 32 grams, so they're very small. And next one, it is another scissor fob, all wind scissor fob. This is fantastic, and all of this because of Maxime. And then I will be taking with me Spooky Tree, and another biscorno, oh my god, how many pages has this biscorno? I print out. Okay, and the final biscorno is a biscorno. So yeah, so this will be going with me. Now again, Olga and Boris coming with me as well. Now, at the beginning of this video, I did mention that I would like to start or organize a SAL. And it is July and everyone is raving about the Christmas in July, winter in July, jolly July. And I really like the idea. However, I am autumn. I love autumn. So my new stitch along, it is all about autumn projects. The hashtag I came up with for this particular SAL is, what was it? Autumn on holidays. And I have picked out quite a lot of projects. They are not set in stones. I might take some of them out, but the one which I consider to start between 19th of July all the way until the 30th of August. This is the projects I want to start, I want to work on. Obviously, the SAL is endless. The starting date is the 19th of July. This is the day when I will, inshallah, will be in Poland. So yeah, so throughout my holidays I will be stitching those projects. I would love you to join me in a fun. If you have got any autumn projects you like to start, please use the hashtag autumn on holidays so I can follow along, and that would be fun. So let me show you what I am considered to start. I'm considered to start Plum Street Samplers Blackbird Fractal, and I have it all called for fancy flosses for it, and the fabrics from my stash. Next one, it is another Fractal by Plum Street, but this is the Fractal Friends. Again, I have got all called for fancy flosses and DMCs. And finally, Olga's autumn stocking. Oh, I love to watch Maxine's progress on it, and also Debbie from Creatively Yours. She has finished hers, gorgeous. So I have got all called for fancy flosses for it, and I will be stitching this on a fabric flare light iced coffee. So yeah, I look forward to start this as well. I also will be starting Olga's Tart. Again, I have got all called for it. Next one, it is, oh, this is my favorite. This is, in my opinion, this is the companion piece for the Cinnamon Stars, and this is the Penny Autumn. And I have got all called for fancy flosses and some DMCs for it. I hope I'm not just like going too fast, but I don't want to keep you for too long. And then I have got Autumn Gifts by Plum Street, and I have got all called for fancy flosses for it as well. And then I've also picked out the Robin Sampler, the Heart in Hand, and I have got some called for DMCs and fancy flosses plus the fabric, and the rest of them I will be pulling out as I go. I've also wanted to start the Owl Forest Embroidery Autumn Sampler with all of the called for flosses, which I've managed to purchase before the war. It is a really shame that we can't get any of the Russian stuff, but it is what it is. Right, now what also I'm planning to do, I have got all set of called for fancy flosses, which are for the Little House Needlework fall on the farm, and I am up to date with, you know, all of the charts. I'm still waiting for the July one, which usually arrives between 7th and 12th of each of the month. So yeah, I will be taking them. They are very tiny, they are very small, so on 30 count they finish 4 inches square, so relatively small. And I have got a fabric for it as well, which is 32 count, a mocha beige, which I think looks quite similar to the fabric which they called for, and it is the Portobello linen from Access Commodities. Okay, and then something which I have been wanting to start since I finished Frederick, which is the companion piece, Frederica, and I have got called for DMCs and the fabric as well. which is the same as the fabric I stitched Frederick on, the 36 count Shades of Autumn by Fabric Flair. And the last one, it is not a new start. Sorry, everything is just dropping on the floor. The last one I'm about to show you, it is not a new start, it is my whip. However, because it's Halloween and it is autumny, I will finish the Plum Street Samplers Toil and Trouble. So I will finish this one off. And I'm using Gold Cold for DMCs and Fancy Flosses. So this is, my lovely friends, everything I had got to show you today. Let me just put this away so I can focus on you. So thank you so much for spending a little bit over 40 minutes with me. I hope you have enjoyed with everything what I have got to show you. I would like to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel and come back every time when my new video is live. Your support means a lot to me. I will be organizing a big giveaway after my return from holidays to celebrate the new subscribers, to celebrate the growth of this channel. It means really a lot to me. I am especially grateful because I have managed to make so many wonderful friends, and I feel like cross stitch. Oh, just give me, I'm getting a little bit mushy, so I need coffee. I feel like, you know, cross stitch community really you know, welcomed me and embraced my imperfections in, you know, spoken English, in you know, with everything what I have got to show you, and this is absolutely incredible. So thank you so much for being here. Oh my god, I'm getting mushy. I'm not usually that mushy. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Your support means everything to me. I cannot say much, but there is a lot of lovely concepts coming my way, which I think it will benefit everyone. I can't say much about it yet because nothing has been decided, or nothing has been you know, fully confirmed yet, but I have big hopes. Just towards the end, I would like to shout out a few channels which I have been watching this week. Obviously, I've watched Maxine and her latest video. I watched Michelle, like I always do. I have watched Hugo Stitcher and her flip through the finishes of Memorabilias, which she has managed to do over the years. I have watched Debbie's latest video, from Creatively Yours. I have watched who else have I watched? I have also watched Megan from, oh my god, what's the channel called? Oh my goodness, like it just, I said Megan and the name of the channel gone. I'm really sorry. I'm going to put across the screen. Fantastic. I really love her channel. I sometimes feel that I can so much relate to everything what she says, because my husband, it is a bodybuilder. Although he doesn't compete anymore, he still trains, and you know, weight training and, you know, dieting, it's still a very big part of his life. So I kind of feel like, you know, when she says the things about the husband or related to his training, I feel like I can really understand, and sometimes makes me a chuckle as well. Who else have I watched? I have watched, because I know I have watched someone, which is, oh, I've watched Jess and the video she recorded with her mom. Absolutely fantastic. Her mom, it is a hoot. She is fabulous. I'm kind of considering maybe if I would be in Poland, I would do the video with my mom. Although my mom, she doesn't speak English and she is extremely shy. She might just, you know, popped in to wave and say hello. Who else have I watched? I've watched, no, Amanda I've watched before, but I do watch Amanda as well. Alba Stitcher. And there was someone else I've watched and I really want. Oh, I know, the new Flosstube. I mean, she is relatively new, but she is like widely recommended and shout out across the Flosstube community. And this is the museum stitcher. Oh my god, I just forget the name. Oh my god, I'm such a... I do apologize, but I really enjoy. I binged watched all her videos, highly energetic, and works on a beautiful project. I like then she brings the aspects of sewing and quilting into you know, the cross stitch as well, because that's something I like to do too. So I really enjoyed those videos. I will link every single channel I've mentioned today, either because they have got a beautiful content and the videos I've watched, but also because they release the, you know, the charts, or the charts I have purchased and I've worked on, or I'm going to be working on. So thank you so much once again. I hope you will have a wonderful stitchy holidays. I will do my very best to come back to you before my travels. And please, if you would like to know how to finish project into a drum without kind of showing you know, lots of sewing skills, please let me know. I have got quite a few projects which I could easily turn into this type of drum, so this will kind of give you an opportunity to learn. But for now, have a wonderful stitch time, and I see you very, very soon. Bye bye.